It's 10 o'clock at Berlin's Köpenick Sixth Form College. Time for Paul to bunk off school. Like every Friday, this pupil spokesman is going to skip his lessons in order to represent his establishment at the school strike for climate.
It's the only way for our generation to pressure the people in charge to finally take concrete measures against climate change.
For Paul, this has therefore become a ritual. In Berlin, the movement's hardcore meets in the city centre. Today they're getting ready for the next big demonstration and have got out the paint pots. The atmosphere is good-humoured, but the demands are down to earth.
Every one of us can do something. By being careful not to produce too much waste or making sure we reduce our ecological footprint. It's really important.
Limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees is a top priority. To manage that, we need concrete measures, such as taxing CO2.
Here, everyone, Paul included, says they're not doing this for the pleasure of getting off school.
We have to demonstrate during school hours, otherwise no one would pay any attention to our movement. They'd mention us once on the news and that's that.
Young people challenging politicians and adults each Friday, but who don't only want to strike. At this voluntary organisation HQ, they're trying to save the bee. A seminar starts at 6. It'll last 3 hours. It's been organised by BUND, one of the biggest environmental protection NGOs.
What's important for bees is to have as many melliferous plants as possible, for the nectar, of course.
This event's organiser is 18. LARISSA is spending a year as a social service volunteer in an NGO. She runs a practical workshop making seed bombs.
You mix clay, earth and seeds. That forms a sort of paste. Then you make it into little balls like this that you can throw outside.
Revitalising the urban landscape and giving practical tasks to young people keen to help the environment. In 2018, the number of under-27s joining this NGO increased by 16%, a record.
You can ignore climate change as long as you can't see it or feel it. But now we can see it in Germany with flooded coastlines and North Sea islands that are starting to disappear. And that changes everything. Of course we want to get involved.
Politicised, mobilised young people have, in a matter of months, put the environment at the centre of the political debate. For MATTHIAS KROMMEL, this is new.
The way these children and young people are getting active and marching is a really big help for all those who are committed to fighting climate change. They have authenticity that climate policy lacks, because their criticism is so radical.
A criticism that the politicians can no longer ignore. Denounced at the beginning, notably by Conservatives, the movement is now taken more seriously. Threats of sanctions for truancy have become rare.
There are rights and duties, and going to school is a duty. But I must say that I have been impressed by all these children and youngsters who continue to go on these protest marches to say that they're fed up with not being listened to, and that they will keep marching for as long as it takes.
Strengthened by their presence in the public debate, the school strikers hope tens of thousands of other school children will join their demonstration on the 24th of May, 2 days before the European elections. Their message to adults: vote for a real climate policy.